You say yes, 5 to the power of 0 must be equal to 1. And so you can say any number to the power of 0 is 1. This is concept. Your concept should be clear. You may revise it again. The second concept, again I am writing this down here also, and I'll show you where we are using it. The second concept is the concept of negative exponents. The concept of negative exponents. It's a property from, we can say directly here, a to the power of minus n can be taken as a reciprocal, 1 by a to the power of n. So if the power is negative in the numerator, you take the reciprocal in the denominator. Is that clear? Or if it is negative in the denominator, you take it as positive in the numerator. Now this concept should be clear to you before we begin the exercise. All right? Moving on, the third concept, this is from your Innovative Maths Class 8. You can follow it from that book. It's called fractional index law. You may call it a law or a property. I'm using it as a concept to be explained to you, or a property you can use in the exercise. Now this particular one I have taken from the Innovative Maths of Class 9, because I did not see it in the Class 8 book. But it is useful for you in Class 8. It is useful for you in Class 8. You must take this down. Fractional index law is quite simple. Nth root of a is equal to a to the power of 1 by n. Let me give you an example. Third root of 7. You have done roots, cube root, square root, fourth root you have done. Third root of 7 can be written as 7 to the power of 1 by 3. Now this may not be there in your Class 8 book. At least it is not there in the Innovative Maths of Class 8. I saw it in the Innovative Maths of Class 9, but I saw its application in the Class 8 book, so I'm giving it to you. So we have sort of used all three. Have you seen that? So when you are studying maths from Class 8, don't just be satisfied with your Class 8 book. Revise Class 7, go ahead and try to look what is done in Class 9 also. Okay, so these are all the concepts. By now, is it clear to you? Let me write it down. So I have written down all the laws and concepts. Let's begin to apply them to the exercise. These exercises have been taken from Innovative Maths Class 8. The first question, to identify base and exponent. That's easy, no? But I'm getting you started with something easy. Okay? To identify base and exponent. Look at this, 5 to the power of 7. I'm not writing the answer yet. I believe you can already guess the answer. And let us look at another example. Root 2 to the power of 6. Now what are we supposed to do in this question? Identify the base and the exponent. So you may have already written the answer. You may check. Base is 5. Exponent is 7. Base is root over 2. Exponent is 6. This is very basic, but it is good to start here. It was easy. Next question. To write in exponential form. These are very basic things we are doing. We'll start simplifying and evaluating afterwards. To write in exponential form. Let's take two examples again. I'm taking root over 7 6 times. Have we got 6 times there? Okay. Now, we want to write it in exponential form. I'm not writing the answer. Those who are finding it easy may continue. Let me give you the second one also. There. These two. Some of you can complete it. The idea is to write it in exponential form. Now, root over 7 is occurring how many times? 6 times. So, root over 7 to the power of 6, it remains. Okay? We are written it in exponential form. Now, to solve this, I can leave it like this. The question is only saying write in exponential form. But suppose I had to simplify it using all the knowledge we have already got. We know that root over of any number can be written as a fractional power. We know power law, that if there are powers inside the bracket and outside, we multiply. Let's begin to apply that also. So we have 7 to the power of half. Square root of 7 is 7 to the power of half and 6 outside. So what am I going to end up with here? 7 to the power of half into 6, which is 7 to the power of 3. That would be the final result if I did everything I knew. Over here, I use the concept of fractional power. Over here, I use the law, power law. Can you see? I use the concept of fractional power here, from here. And then I used power law in the next step. So that's how you begin to apply it. Now this one, 3 to the power of 5 to the power of 4. Now maybe that was enough as an answer in exponential form. Right? It is in exponential form. But to simplify it, I would take 3 to the power of 5 into 4, which is 3 to the power of 20. Now tell me, which answer would you be satisfied with? I think it would be good for you to practice